Yes.
So as I told, okay, we will go with the date functions, the rest of the date functions which were left yesterday. Hope these are the functions, and then hope we done most of the functions. I hope we left with only few functions, which is like e-date, e-month, and then like something like date value and the date difference, which
Yes.
is very important. Okay, that's fine. And then so left with today now. Okay, also, and then like week now we done it, and then e-date, e-month, and then like quarter we done, and then like date difference. So first of all, what we'll do is like, okay, we'll get our table. I have another table, but I don't want that. I want my other table, which is like practice table. So for store data, every time we do this. Okay. Store data. Few seconds, let it be loaded, and after that, okay. So got my orders table.
Yes.
Okay, so just to recap yesterday's things, like okay, we want to create a dim table. So for a small recap, I'll go here and then like create a new table, which is like dim table, date dimension or calendar, whatever it might be. You can call it at any time, any type. But here I want to use calendar auto. So what is the calendar auto? It automatically takes the dates from our existing tables in the model, and then we'll get some dates. So you can see calendar auto dim date uses.
Okay, now this dim date is taking this time of orders table or like best data?
This table.
Yeah.
Okay, now this. Okay, so just give me this. I want to delete this from model. I don't want that table. So just delete that table. Okay. Okay. So it will take whatever the dates available. If I have couple of tables, and in one table I do have 2018 data, in 1000 I do have 2016 data. Obviously, it will take the earliest data. And then in one table I do have 2019 data, and then one table I do have 2025 data. Then obviously it will take the 2005 data. The least date from all our tables and the highest table from all our tables. This is what it takes. Okay, got the point what I'm trying to tell you? Larry? Can you hear me? Are you there? But I can't hear you. But I can't hear you. I don't know why.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Okay, that's fine. And then like recap of some of the functions yesterday. Like I'm just going to create faster. Okay, some columns, year column, and then like year YEAR is equal to like year of particular. Okay, now this one. Okay, year of then particular date. I want to take the date from dim date, and then like I'll close that one. I'll get an year.
Yes.
Okay, and then like okay, I want to create another table. Just recapping yesterday things.
Yes.
Like caps lock, and then like okay, month of that particular month, and then month equal to. Now while you do that, okay, if it is exactly the blue background is there on that particular function, you can see a blue background.
Yes,
if I use my mouse, obviously it will go down, and then if I click up. So when it is the blue background on that particular measure, you can give tab, obviously it will come over here. You don't need to
Yes.
click on that one. That is easier way. While the Go, you can do that, simply tab and then you can get that one. Make it faster.
Yeah.
The date and then like okay, again you can go like
Dim date.
then like dim date and tab. Finished. That's it. You can click enter or else you can click approve. Whatever.
Okay.
Both things will work. Okay.
Okay.
And then like okay. Then like again I want to click in the table column and then I want to create a day. Again a day of particular date, and then okay, I want to go with yeah, finish that one. I got the date also. So it's up to you like what we want to create or something else or not. Okay, we'll check while the go. Just a minute. Starting again. So I will check with those things. Okay, so I want to go to modeling and then I will I need to give some relationships between the date. So what we can do, just drag the date and then drop a column where we need it, just simple like that, and then just wait for a couple of seconds, and then obviously it will create a relationship. And as I told you, like you can create the relationship from here also, manage the relationships.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why do we this? Why do we this data modeling?
Data modeling is to create relationship between tables. Data modeling is always to create. We'll have a session on this one, definitely complete data modeling. But right now, just if you ask me, I tell you like data modeling is nothing but creating a relationship between tables. So we do have fact tables and we do have dimension tables. Once you get to know like what is fact table and what is dimension table, then you can understand and why we need of this fact tables and dimension tables, and then what kind of different schemas are there, and then lot of different types of models. All these things we're learning in a modeling session.
Okay.
So that you can understand. Right now, if I tell something also, you don't understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right. Okay. And then like what we are trying to do that. Okay. So just leave that relation part right now. Right now we'll do something else. Like I want to show the instance time. Okay. The instance time. The instance time is whenever we just refresh or else whenever we open. Okay. Then we'll get the time. It is not like okay for every second we'll get the time. Power BI doesn't do that. Never. We don't have that kind of options to show a current time or whatever it might be. Like it's like okay, whenever you open the file or whenever you refresh the file, whenever you update this one, so then only we'll get that particular timings over here. So that's it. We'll get the constant times, but those are like refresh times. If a refresh means then obviously you'll get that particular instance time. I'll show you that how it looks like. Okay. Before that, I want to see today's date. So how we can do that? For that, we do have a function called today. So every day, if I give it today and then I come back again, and then if I see tomorrow, I'll get tomorrow's date. If I come again, I don't change this function. Okay, I'll just keep the same thing, and then if I come day after tomorrow, I'll get the date after tomorrow's date. So it will get a dynamic date. Okay, we are not going to hard code that. We are going to give the dynamic date. How we'll give that? We'll show you. Like that is scalar value, single output, so that we can take it in a measure. So I'm going to write a measure here. Writing a measure. And what's that? Okay, so that is today. So I want to name it as today. You can write it anything. Every time I'm telling you because you don't confuse. Okay, because a lot of people do the same thing. Whatever the function, they'll write the same thing. They don't understand. I'm just writing here to make you people understand what the function is. That's it. It's not like you need to keep the same table name. You can keep your channel name. You can keep your name or whatever it may be. Whatever is needed, you can make it. Like again today. Okay, and that's it. We don't give anything. Just empty braces and click enter. Okay, and then you can take that in your card so that you will get today's date. Come again. Just today, where is my today? to search from here, that's why I'm giving that name. So you'll get the daytime format. Today's date, 9/12/2021. So this is today's date. So this is how we'll get that one. And then what if I want to get both the date and time? So obviously we do have another function. So let me tell you, if my time changes, like if today change it to tomorrow, like if I come again and open tomorrow, then obviously it would be like 10.
10.
So it is dynamic thing. If you give today means every time it will changes.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's it. And then I do have another function called now. Okay, I'll just show you that. I'll create a measure. And then that's it. That's a now function equal to now. That's it. That's also like simple function.
Okay.
So dynamic thing, like whenever we give that, then we do have UTC now or something else that will add later. That is not required right now.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I'll show you that one also if needed. Okay, what we need to do right now. Okay, to create a new car, take it here. Okay, and then use that now. What is that now? You can see the time right now.
Yes, time 9/7.
Time also,
Yeah,
right?
7/7.
7/7. Okay, so 1977. 7/7/7. Okay, great
Yes.
time. 7/7/7.
Beautiful time.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so this is what exactly, and then yeah, we do have UTC now, some other function also. I'll just show you that what is exactly is that. Create. UTC now. We do have UTC now.
Okay.
That's why. Then let me get that code over here again. Then let me get what is that? Where is that UTC now? You can see the time.
Mhm.
Why it is like that? Do you have any idea? You can see obviously there will be like 5 hours and 30 minutes difference between that times, right? That
Yes.
this is the Greenwich time. There is you can see ours India is at 5.530 like hours faster than Greenwich time, which we call it as UTC. You know like Greenwich time, right?
Yes, yes. I know, but I know that I don't know the difference.
Yeah, the India is 5 point, like every time while you give some time zone we'll call it as Kolkata, Pune, like
Yeah.
Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi time zone. That obviously if you choose that, then obviously you'll have a 5.30 plus sign before that.
Okay.
That means from the Greenwich time, Greenwich is the middle of the earth. Okay, so we assume that. So Greenwich time is 00 timing, and then all the forward. We do have some other forward countries, and we do have some other backward countries. US will be obviously backward country. Like we will see the sun first. We will have
Yes.
the date. We'll have January 1st earlier than those people.
Yes, correct.
So this is what Greenwich. We are forward to Greenwich country, and then they are like backward to Greenwich country. So for us, we are 5.5 hours forward to Greenwich. So Greenwich is the place where the time will be like 00. Like from there, it will be like we will calculate it is front or backward. So UTC means always that is a standard time. Like from there, obviously every time will be calculated. Every country's time will be calculated from that only. Okay, so we get this UTC now also like Greenwich time. From there, if you want to like select, in sometimes maybe we want to we are here in this particular thing, and then we want to show some other country's time. So obviously, what we'll do is I am here in India. If I give now, I'll get the time of my
India.
So, but I want to even though I'm in India, I want to show US or China or some other country. So obviously, what I need to do, I'll take UTC and then I'll add some whatever the difference between this Greenwich and then China current country. There may be like, okay, 6.5 hours or 7 hours difference between us and between Greenwich and then China. So we'll add these things and then we'll show that. That is some kind of tricks we'll use. That is a real-time scenario. Like either we will be in this other country if you want to show some country's particular time.
Mhm.
And obviously means the users from here, like my main company is in America, let us suppose that. Okay. And then this particular report is viewed by a lot of sales managers which are there in different countries. But whenever they open, they need to see that particular time or that particular country's time when it is refreshed. We don't get particular time, but we will get the time which is refreshed. Like again, every time is standard. Like we are not getting the times. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody stop. Okay. So if you refresh this, you'll get again current time.
Okay.
We refresh everything.
30.
It's 13:38:60. Okay, it's right now 14:13:48 41:51.
Yes.
Earlier it was 7 minutes, 7:77.
Yeah.
Right now it was 11:52.
11.
So whenever we do refresh or whenever we close and open that, then only we can see the time. But even the people here want to see the timings of that particular US people so that they can understand what is the time over there, and according to that they can call the people.
Okay.
People from here also call US people, right? Okay.
Yes.
Like even
We do.
even telecall people, whatever it might be. They need to know what is the time over there. And obviously we'll do this kind of things. We'll take UTC and then we'll add, and then we'll have some other options also like that will land. Okay, maybe something advanced concept things that will land later. Okay, while we go advanced concept that will land. But from here, every time while we do some functions, we'll obviously speak regarding some real-time example so that you can know what exactly we will do with this in real time. Okay, it's not like simply we're learning in normal training class. Okay, and then like we'll go into some other things, and then like UTC now has been done, and then what we need to left. Okay, E-date also very interesting kind of thing. Yeah, returns the date that is indicated number of months before or after the start date. Okay, and then this like use case. This is use case. Use E-date to calculate maturity dates or like due dates. Like okay, policy will have LIC policy and maturity dates. Like there will be like matured after 6 months. LIC policies like maybe this kind of things that will do in real time. So in that cases we use not only in that cases, that is one of the example, and then you can do a lot of things. Let me first of all give you an example, and then like you can understand what exactly is that. Okay. So what is that? We'll go here and then like I'll just create a table. So what I'll just go ahead and give the date. So I got the date. I don't want to make this all these things. I want like only date. I don't want to give an hierarchy. So I'll get the date. I don't want this date into like something format. I want to make it in a short form image. Okay. If you give the date, okay, and then like obviously if you right click, you'll have two things. If you want a hierarchy, if you get that, if you want to get at the date as a simple date, then you can get that one. Okay. Then again, I go to like date, and then like earlier the date was in this format, big format, general format. I want to make it short date. I made it, and then you got the date. Right now, what I want to give is like I want to create share. Okay, so you can understand what exactly. Yep. Right now, I'll create a measure. Then don't get confused over here. Or else no, if you get confused if I take measure issues, you'll get confused. What we'll do is I'll just take a column, then only I'll tell you because I don't want to confuse in the beginning. So I want to create an E-date, create a column. And then like I want to give the same name, edit, and then like edit, function edit. The start date, I give this date, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then like come again, like whatever my start date is, like okay. I give the start date, and then I want to give months. Okay, if I want to give 3, if I give 3, so obviously I'll get what you can see that okay, rather than tell that you will see, and then you can fill that. We'll get go to 3 months past future, and then we'll get the date.
Yes. Okay.
2018 we got 1/4/2018. For every day, whatever we give her, it will take forward 3 months to that, and then it will show the date.
Okay.
Let's see. For the second month, it will obviously same date, second month. Okay, so this kind of things that we do. Okay, and then like okay, you can even give, you can even go to like previous date also. Okay.
Okay.
And like so it will take you to previous month, like 3 months previous means for the first month of this 2018, 3 months previous means obviously it is October of 2017. So
Yes.
this is how it will give. Okay, you can do whatever things like plus minus, and then you can go to that particular date. Date will be like same, and then like month will be changed to like that thing. This is how
Yes.
it works. And then we do have like EO month. EO month. Okay, that what does it gives? Returns the date time format of the last day of the month. If we give okay 3, then obviously it will go to that particular month, and then it will give the last date of that particular month. I'll show you what exactly that means. Okay. All the definitions will be in this confusing manner only. Yeah, even though you read 3 to 4 times, you don't understand what does it tell. Okay, definition will be obvious in that. And then like EO month, MONTH, and then EO month, and then like equal to. What does it mean? Yeah, EO month. Now start date will be my date here. Like okay, I want to give it like okay, 3 again. I want to give -3 because earlier I gave -3, so it will be easier for you to compare that one. You can see that okay, it will take to that particular month, but every time it will gives the end of that particular month.
End
So
of the
it will go to like 3 months before. So 3 months before will be like October, but it don't give the particular date. It will give the end of that particular month.
Okay.
For every date of that particular day of that particular thing, we will give this. We'll get this one. So once it is done, okay, then obviously it will. When we get into second month, obviously it will give the end of that. It will go to 3 months back, but it will give the end of the day. It don't use the same day.
Okay.
So end of month is works in that manner. If you give 3, so obviously it will go to future, but it gives the end of that particular month. So that is this function. It is used to calculate like okay, maybe if my like okay, if the same thing like in finance kind of things, then budget finance in this kind of reports we use this. Just like okay, whether it was like um, how many days between today and then like okay a maturity date. Obviously that policy maturity date will be like end of the day, end of the month, obviously every time. Okay, then we will calculate the days, and then we'll tell them that only just 5 days remain to pay this particular policy amount or whatever it might be. That we can only like 40 days remain. So as per that, we'll let us suppose that there is uh, some interest that you need to pay for that, maybe. So obviously, as per the date, we'll divide that total interest into divided by that days, and then we'll calculate per day uh, interest or whatever it might be, and then we'll tell them that per day interest will be like this. If we don't pay today, then if we don't like if we pay from this day, if we calculate that interest, then it will be like this. If we calculate from 3 days next, then obviously that calculate that interest will be like this. The dynamic kind of calculations we'll do using this kind of year one. So there will be a lot of scenarios. based upon the requirement, we will go and use these kind of functions. That's it.
Mhm.
If you want to go 3 months back the same date, then obviously we'll go here. If you want to go previous 3 months back, but we need end of that particular date, means obviously we'll use this kind of. A lot of things that we can do.
Okay.
Subtracting and then multiplying, dividing, these kind of things lot we will do. And then if you want to get the days, means obviously that we do have, we'll look at that one. Date difference. Okay, date value is nothing but, okay, very simple thing. I'll show you over here. Like if you give any date in text format, obviously it will give the date into our format. That's it. If you give in a quotations means that is in text format. So if you give it the date in the text format, then it will convert. Like whenever you find the date in text format in your table, then obviously you can use date value to convert that into normal date.
Okay.
Most of the times you will face this kind of scenarios in your real-time data. This is not a scenario. The data will be in text format. Date format will be in text format. You don't consider those things. They'll tell like you need to do some operations on the day. So you can't do that because it is already in text format. So what we'll use, so in that they obviously don't tell to convert the date in text format to date format. You need to take care of it.
Okay.
So then obviously we'll use this function on that particular table and then we create another column so that we get the column with a date data type. Which is already in text type, we are going to convert that into data type so that you can give relationship to that particular converted column, and then you can do all the other actions. So this is what we do. So not all the they tell bigger things, and then smaller things that you need to understand and that you need to do. That's it. Okay, return the count of interval boundaries crossed between two dates. So if we give two dates, then obviously we can get that particular things. Like, okay, if I give 2 days, and then if you want to find days between that thing, then you can get that. Okay, I'll tell this function in both the ways, in measure and in column also. Okay, that this is the important thing that you need to keep in mind. In date functions, date difference is a major role. So right now I take a measure and then they'll calculate hardcore things. And then what is date? What I'll do is like date. So here what we need to give, we need to give 2 dates, first date and second date, and then enter. Okay.
Okay.
What is how can we give a date which is raw date? We have date function, and then in that 2021, and then comma like 01 comma 01. Okay, and then afterwards comma again date. Okay, I'm just trying to hardcode the date 2020 and then 01 comma 01. And then I want to calculate how many days are there. If you click enter, you'll have a lot of things. If you want to find days between these 2 days, you need to give day. If you want to find hours, you will get hours between these two. And if you want to give months, get the months, you can give this month. Then if you want to get the quarters between these 2 dates, you will get that. You can get seconds, weeks, and years. Everything you can get. I will give days. Then I'll check it out how it looks like. What we'll get. Come out here. What is that? Right? So it's minus 65 because we have been given the rate here. It should be like 2020, and then here it is like start date and date. The start date should be first, then end date will be second. Why it is 366? Why it is not 365? Can you please tell me?
Because it's 1 year plus 1 day.
Yeah, like we have been taken from 2020 first day, and then here also we take first day. So it is like from the first day to last day of that particular year, obviously 1 year. So like I'll just check it out how many years is that. 1 year completely. How
Yes.
many years completed that we'll get. Okay, it's not
Okay.
like 1 + 1 or something else. And then
12.
doesn't show. People feel like it will show 13, but no, it will go. It will give 12 only. So then if you want to calculate, okay, how many hours? Okay, what I'll give is like to find the hours of a particular year. Then obviously, like 20, let it be like that. Okay, then we'll find how many hours that thing. Eight, 7, 8, 4.
Okay.
But if you want to give seconds, see the seconds, how many seconds? It is very difficult to us to calculate, but here we can make it very simple. Millions.
Yeah.
So obviously, I want this formatting things I'll teach you once we go into like visualization concepts.
Oh.
Okay, once after this date functions, we'll go back to the visualization and then we'll start from there. That would be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you can see these many seconds there between that particular two
dates.
Okay, so what I can do right now is like, okay, we will learn what is like date difference. Right now, whatever I have to do is like I want to fix. So I want to check what is the days between today and this day, this date. So
Okay.
today and this date. So what I'll do is like I'll create a new column. Then you can click anywhere. It's not like you're going to click on that particular column only. You can click on any column and then you can create a new column.
Okay.
So date if already we have that function, like okay, so what we got, we want to write it something different, date if 2, and then like date if, where is this date if? Yeah, date if. And then like I want to give my this date first. So date, the ID date, and then like saying date, okay, and then like comma, then today. So already we do have like today function, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll use that, and then want to calculate it in days.
Okay.
So this is how we do it. Just somewhat advanced concept. So these many days you can see this. The days
Yes.
coming,
14,
decrease. Every day we increasing, yeah, the days will be decreased because today is constant. Today it never changes. Like, and then you come tomorrow, and then you can see this will increase.
1439.
1439, and then this is 1438. This is where this will be dynamic.
Yeah.
Today is always dynamic. If you write the date, if you hardcode the date means obviously that it doesn't changes when the date moves to tomorrow. Just like okay, right now what we have been done, like okay, date of 2021, and then like December 12, and then like today's date is 09. We give that. Obviously, for today it will shows, but for tomorrow it doesn't move. It will be like remain same for every day.
Okay. Okay.
That will. Okay, this is how you can do. But what I need to get is like okay, you can do in this column we have been shown that, but I just need okay, what I want to show you like some other example on particular, there is this date difference. I don't want to make it like this. Okay, so what I'll do is, okay, I want to check how many months, how many weeks are there in between today and 90 days from today.
Okay.
How many weeks are there from today to 90 days from today?
Okay.
That is a scenario. So what we'll do is like I'll write today. So that is what we can do. And then like 90 days from today means 90 days future to today. So today
Of 90.
plus 90, that's fine, very good. Plus 90. And then I want to select how many weeks are there. Completed weeks, we'll get that one. And then enter. Sometimes if you enter, if you don't get answer, then obviously approve that one. Just click on
Okay.
it. We'll have this one.
13 weeks.
So even you can hard code this one, and then you can do a lot of things that you can do.
Okay.
A lot of things that you can build upon that. It will show to the okay. So this is how we'll show, and then we'll make it a lot of times. And if you we will get like okay, start date and end date, which we have like okay, we do have two things: ship date and order date, right? Okay, we do have 2 days.
Yes. 2
And then
days.
I want to difference like this is order date and this is like ship date or delivery date. So obviously there will be difference between these 2 dates. If you want to
Yes.
find that one, obviously we can find, and then we can do that. Very simple. Go to that table, and then I just go to this order step, and then I do have order state, and then I do have there is that ship date.
Ship.
Yeah, ship date and order date.
It's
So obviously we'll have order dates is always first. When once we after, then only they'll ship that.
yes.
Obviously the order date will be first, and then I want to check how many days after okay it is going to be shipped.
Mhm.
Every time I want to check that one, whether it might be
Okay.
3 days, 4 days, whatever it might be. So obviously I'll create a column for
Column.
that column. What meaning delay, maybe whatever it might be. So date if, and then like okay my the order date.
Order date.
Okay, where is my order date? Order date, order date, order date. And then comma and then ship date.
Ship date.
Ship mode kaadu, ship date. Okay, so again nothing else.
Date.
Comma and then
Date.
date. So order date is enter. Delay column. We'll have this delay column and we'll have the answers. Like every time, like it is approximately taking 5 days over here, and then like 5 days over here, and then
Yeah.
5 days, 4 days, 4 days, 5 days, 4 days, 4 days. The maximum time that delayed, we can check it out. Very yeah. These days are like maybe error. That is why maximum days like make it like this.
7.
7 is the maximum day. Okay, I don't want to filter this. I want to remove the short filters. This is what how we can do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so if they ask, okay, what is the maximum delay that was done till date, means obviously we'll come over here and then create a measure for this, and then asks like create the maximum, so that we can get that one over here. Maybe I don't want to do that, but still don't confuse about this. Okay, that's for an example. I'm telling you like create a measure, and then max delay equal to max of that particular delay column. What is that delay? DELAY. In the measure, I'm trying to use this column. You can see till now I didn't use a column over here because here we used an aggregate function. So that is why we are able to use the orders delay. If I delete this, okay, and then obviously you can't get that delay. So right now you check for delay. No,
No.
you can't find that because directly you can't use a column in a measure. That is rule. Obviously from the first day I'm telling some aggregation or some functions, and then in that only you can use. Okay, so you need to understand where we can use what kind of things. There is my delay. And right now delay DLA. Yep, we got this. Orders tables delay column.
Mhm.
Okay, what the measure will do is measure will goes all the way, and then it will gives one singular output. It checks all the column and then gives one singular output. Single output. That is like scalar output. Where is that? Max of that particular 7.
7.
What is the max delay? Then obvious. And then real-time scenarios, not maybe this much you may get this, but obviously there will be like some more complex logics for this. If okay, the delay is more than 7, then obviously we'll give them some cashback.
Okay.
So if the delay is maximum delay, like if delay is more than like okay, whatever is the maximum for delay or whatever it might be. So obviously we came to know what is maximum delay.
Mhm.
Okay, and then what we want to do is like at least 50% of maximum delay aina sare, then we'll give them a 10% discount.
Mhm.
అలా అన్నప్పుడు వాడు అట్లీస్ట్ నాకు వరకు నేను జరిగిన మాక్సిమం డిలేలోని అట్లీస్ట్ 50% అయినా నాకు వేరే అదర్ వాళ్ళకి డిలే అయితే వాళ్ళందరికీ నేను 10% డిస్కౌంట్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ మాక్సిమం డిలే ఏదో తెలియాలి మనకి.
Yeah.
మనకి ఇక్కడ మాక్సిమం డిలే తెలిసింది. సో ఇందులో 50% అంటే ఆబ్వియస్లీ వేణుగోపాల్, I'll give you a call in 5 minutes. Yep, and then like maximum delay, and then we'll divide that into half, and then like whenever the delay date is like obviously దీనికంట పెద్దదైతే then obviously ఒక 10% డిస్కౌంట్ ఇస్తాం. సో ఇన్ దాట్ వే విల్ రైట్ దిస్ లాజిక్స్. ఆ లాజిక్స్ కోసం మనం ఆల్రెడీ ముందు కొంచెం చేసి అప్పుడు ఆ లాజిక్ ని ఫిక్స్ చేయగలం. ఒక లాజిక్ అంటే లైక్ టు డూ వన్ లాజిక్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ we need to do a lot of things behind that. It's not like okay, sometimes we don't get that answers. Okay, maybe a lot of scenarios. So to achieve that, what we need to get means we need to split that logic into parts, and then we need to achieve that. That will be easier part. When you come into experience, okay, when you come into like experience more time, and obviously you can write all these things in single code, like maybe 10 lines, 20 lines. Okay. Earlier stage, you can make it like parts, and then you can use them one in one.
Mhm.
That will be the early things, and then like did we left anything? Everything today and now. Okay, we've been done with all these things. Okay, what you do is like go with these things and practice these things, whatever
Okay.
that is. And then like we'll from tomorrow like we'll go with some visualization concepts. There will be like 5 to 6 days of visualization concepts, and after that we'll go with Power Query, and then again we'll come into DAX, and then we'll just go all the DAX with the real-time scenarios. Okay,
We'll go with DAX only. It would be better, I guess.
up to you, but okay, while you use the DAX, if you want to use some visualization concepts, then it will be like a bit tough to you. I hope so.
Mhm.
Whatever it may be. If you want me to go with DAX, I'll go with the DAX. But while I use something, you will get confused like how you do that.
Okay.
I feel like that. Okay. So in this example, let me stop the recording.